yet?
So online, yes, with my group, but not like one-on-one live. I've done one with Ari, and
Yeah.
that's about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's the best. Isn't he the best?
Oh, yeah, he is. He is so, so good.
Oh,
It's so lovely to have him around. We
yeah.
discovered him because of Zoom and of being online. We didn't know about him before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I mean, what a great, tiny silver lining in everything that's happening is the fact that we
yeah.
get to meet so many people from all over the world. I mean, it's truly an amazing thing that
I
we're able
totally
to do
agree.
this.
Totally agree with you.
And then afterwards, I like to have like a little chat about, how you got into improv.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
I'd love to share that.
yay! All right, here we go. We are now live on Facebook. Hey, everyone. We have 66 suggestions. So pick a number,
Wow.
my friend, 1 to 66.
Okay, make your life easy. I'll go with 7.
Oh, wonderful. Lucky number seven.
Yeah.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Oh, this comes from Jennifer. And
Okay.
our suggestion is, well, this was a fascinating disaster. This was a fascinating
Fascinating.
disaster.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Are you Mike
Yeah, yeah,
Crash?
yeah, that's me, Mike Fresh. Yeah.
The famous Mike Crash?
Yeah, Mike Fresh. Yeah, I feel like I know you.
You remember my face? You remember me?
Yeah, don't tell me
Okay.
because I'm usually really good with names.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go on.
uh, Annika?
No.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Hair. Shorter hair.
You had shorter hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could you put it up so I can get a better
Yeah. Yeah.
picture?
Yeah. 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 Like the short.
Oh, MK. MK?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I know. It's okay.
give
You're a big
me
man.
give me the first letter, but not don't say the whole letter. Just give me the first sound of the first letter. Don't do the whole letter.
Pe-
Petra?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes. Petra. I
you.
was your assistant in that movie that you were acting. You were a cowboy. I was the assistant manager there.
Oh, yeah, you were the kindest one on set to me.
You remember that?
Yeah, oh yeah. Every day, like you would bring me a latte and you wouldn't even ask, and you would bring me those cookies like they were real sweet. I can't get those cookies anywhere else.
Oh, yeah. Those were from my mom's kitchen, actually. Mom has this exotic recipe for it, and she never shares it with anyone. But, you're my favorite. It was like a dream to work under you. And when I got that chance, I was like, I have to impress you, do anything to make you happy and notice me.
You know what? Like that, can I be honest with you? That was like the worst on-set experience I had because of the director. Like the director was a complete madman. Remember, he walked off set and we shut down shooting for 7 days. Like he was a nut job. But you, I remember, like
He was.
we had a
In
lot
fact,
of we had some pretty in-deep conversations.
yeah, you remember that? We spoke about horses and we also spoke about how you got into movies. And, somewhere I have a deep desire to do the same. And you told me it's not easy, but I shouldn't give up. Uh, I have
Well,
been on that path.
have you have you been working? Have you been shooting anything?
Um, so, after the director, that movie was a disaster, right?
Yeah, it
And
was.
it didn't do well. I'm sorry for that because of the director. You were great. You were great by your own. Um,
Wait,
but
why are you sorry for that?
because you're my favorite, and I felt so bad that I was part of it with you. I felt as if I was responsible along with the director, and the entire team was responsible for it.
Wait, you didn't have a cocaine problem. The director had the cocaine problem. He's an adult. And
And it's teamwork.
yeah, he's a madman. Like he's been. I have friends who have worked with him on films, but he keeps getting hired. So I mean, I don't think you have anything to apologize for. You were very professional.
That's very sweet of you. I have to say that. I have to say
Yeah.
that. In fact, all your words have kept me going. They've kept me motivated. I've been to 50 or 60 auditions till now. Haven't got selected yet, but I am not giving up.
Well, you know what your job is as an actor, right? Your job is to audition. That's your job. And like every audition you go to is and you get a no from, that's one step closer to a yes. When
Those were the words. Those were your words,
yeah,
and that's what I'm following.
when you go into an audition, what do you tell yourself?
I tell myself I have to do well. I have to be the best, and that's about it. I don't tell myself more than that.
Wait, I'm gonna take off my sunglasses. I
Yeah.
seem real douchey. I'm wearing sunglasses. I mean, we're inside, and I'm
Yeah.
um, there. That's better.
But it looks nice on actors, actually. It's one of my desires to wear a sunglass indoors
Well, you can.
one day.
You are an actor. Like even it doesn't matter if you book a job or when you book a job. You're an actor if you tell people that. Like they, what changed it for me, and this might
Yeah.
change for you. I don't know. Is that I stopped going into auditions thinking I should do what they want, and I started just doing what I wanted to do and making choices I wanted to make. And I said to myself, you know, someone's got to get this job, so why not me? And the moment I started believing in myself and betting on myself more, I mean, that's when I started getting work. And like the difference between you and me, honestly, is not like I have some more talent than you've got. The difference is,
Of course, you have more than me. Of
no,
course.
what? Well, who's to
Yeah.
say? Who's to say what talent is, right? Who is to say that? I mean, what is talent? Like, you can't tell me that every movie I've been in has been an amazing movie. Not every actor is an amazing actor. It's just some people have more confidence than others. Like, I was scared when I started like you, but the more I did it, the more I got used to it. Like, what's your dream role? If you could have a dream role, what would it be?
Oh, should I tell you?
Yeah, Petra, tell me.
Batwoman. Do you get it? Batwoman.
Oh,
Action.
wow, this is a sign.
Why?
No, no, Petra, you don't understand. This is a sign. I I'm working on a project right now. It's based on it's actually a web series, and it's based on
Okay.
Bat. Yeah, it's Batwoman, and they haven't found the lead yet.
Oh, I can do it all. I can do the split. I can do the chops. You just said I can say all the dialogues. In fact, you don't even have to look at me because I'll be all masked and everything, and I'm good with it. I can
Well,
live with it, live in it.
well, you know, the hero is Batwoman, and she's very complicated, but it comes down to her and her emotional complexity. And in our conversation right now, I feel like you've shown a lot of that.
Yeah, just like Batwoman, she's vulnerable, but she doesn't show that.
Yeah.
She is strong, but she has her weaknesses, and I'm very similar to that. You're right. You're
Yeah.
actually right.
You know,
Yeah.
one of the things that I get, which you don't yet, but like one of the things I have is I'm able to kind of start making requests, right? And I'm able to put a bug in people's ear and say, "Hey, how about this person?" And the thing is, the thing that like I think everything happens for a reason, and the reason that I'm talking to you right now is they want someone who's an unknown. They don't want somebody who's a known celebrity because that's going to take focus from the show. They want someone who's an unknown.
Fresh face,
They
a
want a fresh
fresh.
face.
Oh, wow. It's my day. Today is my day.
Today's your day. Hey,
And
give me your phone number. What's your phone number?
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
I'll send you. I'll give you a
yeah.
call. Or
8831256 405.
405.
Yeah, you can just write Petra Batwoman. It'll make me feel nice each time I call you.
That's what I'm talking about. Assume the job's already yours, Petra Batwoman.
Wow, I don't have to give an audition.
What?
Audition? Do I have to give an audition
Well,
again?
it's not that you have to give an audition. You get to do the audition. That's the difference. It's not that you have to. This is a chance for you to perform. An audition is just another chance to perform. It's not, they're on your side. They are, I'll tell you what, I'll give you some insider information.
Okay.
They're very desperate for someone because they've seen over 700 actresses and they haven't fit the part right now. So you're going in there, you're a solution to their problem. Their problem is they need actresses. They need one lead actress to fill this role. And guess what? You're an actress. Yeah.
Yes, I am an actress and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it well
Yeah.
and I'm going to be myself when I do it right.
Did,
Just like you said, be yourself and give your best
yeah.
there.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't think I ever told you this. When I was shooting Path to Navarone, that actually came about because I auditioned to be Captain America and I wasn't right for that role, but the casting director saw my audition and then suggested me for that role, and that's the role
Oh
that
my
was my breaking point. So
That movie is my dad's favorite. I grew up on it. I watched like 20 times. The
yeah,
entire family, it was like a family event watching your movie. That's how I grew up, and which is why it was like, I have to get there and I have to do a movie with you.
yeah,
But this is a good beginning. I like it.
yeah, and I never
Oh,
would have gotten that role if I didn't make the choice. I remember going in for Captain America, and I said, they have it. They'll give you what they think they're looking for as a description, and I said, that's good, but I think it should be played this way. And I made the choice to play it a completely different way. It didn't get me that part, but somebody saw it and said, "Hey, I think you'll be good for this part." So from now on, make me a promise. Whenever you go in for something, I want you to go in
ah,
there thinking what
make a
you want
note.
to do.
I'm going to make a note of that. I love this. The fact that I should do my own thing. I don't need to be stuck to
No,
the boundaries of the audition.
no. They don't, most of the time, honestly, most of the time the people auditioning don't quite know what they want. And when somebody makes a strong choice, sometimes it changes their minds. So, what do
I
you,
could go covered with bats. I could try something else
yeah.
when I go there.
I mean, give it your shot. Do what you think is the best, and then don't expect anything after that because sometimes it's out of your control. Uh, hey,
Wow.
can I get you a tea or a coffee?
Would you do that? You want to spend more time with me?
Yeah, let's
I'd
grab.
love that.
I was here to get coffee. I wasn't going to have it with anybody, so I'd love to hear more
Oh
about
my
your
God.
journey. So,
Yes, yes, please. I'd love that. I'd love that. It's such a dream to be here with you. Oh my God. I live just 2 blocks away. Uh, If you want, I can take you home, introduce you to my parents as well, and show them that I know you. Or maybe some other day if today's too difficult for you.
no, today's actually my day off, so I haven't been around my own family in 7 weeks now. So yeah, the chance to be around the
Oh,
family, I'd love it. Yeah,
you've been shooting?
yeah. I've got today off. Again, another disaster on the set.
Oh, what happened this time?
Oh, there was a light rigging that like thank God nobody was there, but it fell, and so they had to clean it up, and they said, we'll just take the rest of the day off. So yeah, let's go hang out with your parents.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, can I also request you for your autograph here, maybe? Do you think you could do that? There's a pen here.
Sure. Yeah, here, come here.
Ooh, I am not going to wash this ever.
Well, okay. I mean, that's your choice.
Yeah, I'm going to cover it with some cellophane.
Oh, okay. It'll be good. It'll be a good story.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to just go on show it off everywhere now in my home, around, the auditions as well, maybe. That woman with one hand.
Hey, Petra, I've been getting a little cynical about this whole industry and acting and auditioning, and I forgot the joy. And today seeing you again reminded me of the joy of why I do it. Could could I get your autograph?
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And oh my God. Is this a dream? Are you real?
I, ow, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, wow. You know what? I think it wasn't a disaster. That movie wasn't a disaster because it got us here. It
Yeah.
got me to meet you.
I mean, you can look at things like one way of like what a complete disaster, or you can look at it like, well, there were some positives that came out of it. And one positive for me is I'm never going to work with that director again. Another positive is like, hey, you're the moments we had on set, like it meant more to me than I think you think. So thank you.
Yeah, totally. And
Let's
the fact that you remembered me, I
yeah.
think that itself is a high.
I mean,
Every disaster has a positive outcome.
every disaster has a positive outcome. And your hair looks now it's longer. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
let's
It's
go
with age, it's nice.
let's go see
Yeah,
your parents.
sure. Wow, I'm going to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scene. Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to keep
Oh,
them.
oh, what?
Thank you.
I'm not gonna I will not wash it off today. I'll use this hand
Same here.
exclusively.
Same here.
That
No
was
show off.
yeah, right? That was real fun.
Yes.
Oh,
Loved it.
oh, you're so easy to play with. It was so great.
I think you make it easy.
No, you do. I'm just a mirror. I'm just a mirror, and it's all you. How did you come to improv? Like, what made you take a class or and get started?
I've been in theater and I've been doing trainings for corporates and using a bit of improv here and there, but not really. Wasn't that time using it in the uh, in the true meaning.
Yeah,
And what happened was because I wasn't trained in improv or I hadn't done any shows, so I had no idea. I had just read a few books and that's how I was using it in those days. I chanced upon this workshop by Ankur Sardana, Nautanki Bars, and decided I'll just go and try it out. I had no idea what it was. And those 2 hours was so much fun. Then Ankur calls me up and says, I'm planning to form this group. And this was about 3 years ago. Do you want to join the group? I said, why not? And I thought I'll join it for about 6 months, see what it is, and leave. Nobody ever told me that it's addictive and you can never, ever leave after that.
you're
And it's
in.
been 3 years.
Yeah, you're in. You cannot go now.
Never, never, ever. I don't think I can have a life without improv now.
Wow. And Ankur is such a I mean, he's just so great. He's such a good improviser, good teacher, such a champion for improv and he makes it like so that you don't want to leave because you're getting so much out of it.
Absolutely, absolutely, you got it right, and it's such a beautiful group we have. I guess it flows from the top. Ankur has managed to keep it together, and I mean it's just a beautiful group. So I think that's how we've stuck together, and the journey's been on. Yeah.
And do you find are you still doing training now? Are you still
Yes.
and are you using more improv in your training? Do you feel like whether it's like actual exercises or just the mindset you have?
Uh, I think both ways. So improv has taught a lot of life skills. For me personally, it's made me a better person and a happier person, I think. So I think that reflects in my trainings as well. Also, I try and understand the team and the people much. I put in a lot more effort now because of improv and the understandings I get from there. The fact that I can take risks now without feeling scared about failure, all that comes from improv. So it's helped me as a trainer as well. And definitely, I'm using a lot of improv games and theater games together now, mixing them up in my trainings. Yeah.
Wow, like what in what ways I mean, I agree completely. I think it definitely is like a life skill that we learn here. Like what things about yourself when you say like it's made you happier? Like what are the things that you've noticed since you've started doing improv that have like really made your life happier?
So, what's interesting is my trainings had a lot of theater and mindfulness. So, in
Yeah.
mindfulness, we could do meditations and stuff. When I got into improv, I saw so much connection between mindfulness and improv because mindfulness teaches us to be in the present, and improv does exactly the same. So, I like to call it mindfulness in action. So, it actually, you have to be in the present each time you're doing a scene. And I think that is the reason, the real reason for that happiness, because it's not, you're not running here and there, you're in the moment, and you just shed all inhibitions. So it's no longer that you have all those walls around you, just break them up. So I think that is the reason I'm a happier person. Yeah.
I mean, that's isn't that what a human like? That's the ultimate destination is to be mindful and stay present. And there are so many also religions that try to teach that and enforce that. And I feel like improv, in a way, is a religion in that it's like you try to stay present. We're always regretting the past and fearing the future, and we're in that state of not being here. And with what's going on now specifically, like it is needed now more than ever.
I totally agree. I think it's a life skill which should be mandatory
Yeah.
now. Improv should be mandatory everywhere
Yeah.
across, whether it's schools, corporates, organizations. I mean, life will be happier, I think, and people will be nicer.
Oh, 100%. I feel like if everyone took one class, the world would be a better place, which is something.
Exactly.
Yeah, I learned that from a mentor of mine named Martin Demott, and he spent his life trying to get people to take improv classes, and I can't agree more. I feel like people would they'd be focused on others more than themselves. They'd check their ego. They'd be present. They'd be grateful, and they'd play from be at a place of curiosity rather than judgment.
Absolutely. And they'll just accept others the way they are. You know,
Yes. I mean, that's so hard though, right? To accept. I
yeah.
mean, accepting whenever you're struggling, it's because you're not accepting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think all the politics in organizations stems from that. And once you start accepting, imagine how beautiful it is to embrace everything.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to get to. At least like
yeah,
I'm trying to get there to be just like embracing, looking for, not like discounting anything negative that's happened, but more looking like how can I learn from this situation? Okay, that was and our suggestion is a great example of that of like, wow, okay, that was a disaster, but what are some things that I can learn coming out of it? Or what were some of the good things? If nothing else, you don't have to do that again. That's the fun thing is if nothing
yes,
else, I don't have to relive the thing I just did.
totally. You're so right. Yeah, definitely.
What advice somebody's like, maybe this sounds fun, or like, I want to take improv, or I'm not sure, something like that, and then they take a class. What advice would you give to someone? Like, let's say the younger version of you taking an improv class. Like, what advice would you give them to help them along the way?
I think first is leave logic outside. Because I remember I entered with a lot of logic and started questioning things till I started leaving it outside is when I started enjoying it really.
Oh, I
So I
love
think,
that.
yeah, so leave logic outside. Um, Second is go back to your childhood, become 4, 5, 6 year olds. There's so much for us to unlearn and relearn because that's when we were really creative. So if you can go back to that level, that's when we start creating. So
Yeah.
I think that's the advice I would give. Yeah.
Martin Demott. This quote is was attributed to him, and I use it a lot. He would go into class and he would say to a class of adults, he's like, "Okay, raise your hand if you can sing," and like a couple people, and he goes, "Okay, raise your hand if you can dance," and then like one or two people, and he goes, when you're 4, 5, 6 years old, everybody's hand goes up
Yeah.
because
Yes.
you can sing and you can dance, but then we get taught that we're not good enough or we don't think we can. It's like everybody can sing, everybody can dance in their own way, but we're conditioned to get away from that childhood sense of play and like I can do it. So yeah, I love that thought.
Yeah, totally. And I think if we can live with that thought, uh, we can do so much more with our lives. We just put restrictions in our mind because of the fact that we don't have that thought of going back and taking a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, you said it, risk. That's the huge thing because we're afraid of failing, right? We're
Yeah.
afraid that that makes us look like a failure, and it doesn't. Failing is not make you a failure. Like failing is one of the important skills to learn and embrace as you go.
Unfortunately, we're not taught that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to be a winner all the time.
yeah. And
And
you're
you're questioning when you're failed.
oh, for sure. And you're if you fail, you're looked at as sometimes stupid or not good or that reflects on you personally. It's like, no, 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 no. The failure has led to the best and greatest inventions in human history.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I think yes. Yeah.
Um,
Improv does it all. Did
yeah,
everything.
right?
That's you with every all of this. Yeah.
That's the quote. Improv does it all. Absolutely. Where can people, if they want to find you, like check out shows you're doing online or your group or anything like that? What's the best way they can do it?
Okay. So there are three places, and I know it's a little complicated, but there are three places where you can find me. One is Naughty Bar's Improv Comedy.
Yep.
Uh, so I'm part of the group there. I run two other organizations. So one is called the Inner Startup.
Yep.
That's where we do organization trainings using theater and mindfulness. And the third is I run a theater group called Roots and Wings Theater. And we do playback theater and theater of the oppressed shows.
Oh, great.
So yeah, these three places.
Oh, great. I saw a playback theater show for the first time a couple weeks ago through Improv Comedy, that I see Improv Comedy Bangalore
City
Marathon.
Lab.
And yeah, City Lamps was like, it was the best improv I'd ever seen. It broke my heart. It was beautiful. It made me laugh. Like it was lovely. So I'm looking into doing more playback theater
Oh,
stuff
it
because I
touches
think
your heart. City Lamps is so nice, and the people are so beautiful there.
so good. It was
Really,
such a group experience too. I loved it.
yeah, and that's the beauty of playback. It again gets you together.
Yeah. And that's what
Yeah,
we're here for, right? Is to just bring
yes,
people together.
yeah, absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely.
well, this
I
was,
want to also mention and say thanks to you for uh, this other live that you do. Ask anything.
oh yeah.
I love that. I think it gives a lot of guidance and advice to newcomers like us. We just started our journey in improv. So it's kind of nice to hear those things and know, what's the path one could take or some clarity on things you're confused about. So I think that's quite nice that you're being so honest and open about sharing there.
Oh,
Thank you.
Anshu, thank you. Yeah, I do. I'll hop on once a week usually and just like ask me anything improv stuff, and it's great because there's also a dialogue that happens with people who are watching who have like tremendous advice too. So, oh, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, I love that. Yes.
Oh, well, I cannot wait to play with you again, whether it's going to be in person or virtually or whatever form it takes. You're such a fun improviser, and I had a blast. Thanks for taking time out of your
Thank
day.
you so much. Thank you for this day.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Yes.